Welcome to Tender Heart.
Best friends turned on each other. June thinks of herself as a good friend. She always tries to find the time to spend with her pal Alex, and she is kind and helpful. When he needs to talk, she's there, and she always knows what to say to help him feel better. She shares her experiences and opinions, letting Alex in and being open with him, and she knows when to tell the truth to her friend, to make him grow as a person. She helps him like a good friend, and she knows that he would do the same for her. Sometimes they argue, it's only natural. Two good friends cannot always get along. Maybe Alex does something June doesn't like, or she lets him know when he does the same, and arguments born this way. But she doesn't let this stop. She wants what's better for her friend, and she's not afraid of letting him know when he's wrong, without ever being offensive. And if at first he doesn't listen to her, she doesn't get upset, but she lets him make mistakes and stays by him to support him. When he does the same, she always takes it like constructive criticism and doesn't let it hurt her. Because she knows he only says it for her own good. She's always there for him. And the feeling is mutual. Alex is there every time she needs him, not only for fun and games. He's there for the good and the bad things, without fear or boredom, and it's like he never leaves. He doesn't let time, space or other commitments get in the way of their relationship. Things always get better, and he's never jealous or bitter of her successes and victories. June loves him just the same, and when she's not with him physically, she never lets him feel alone. June never let any bad comment or gossip ruin her friendship with Alex, and she trusts him to feel the same. That's why he always refutes every bad news about her, and he nearly fought with another guy for speaking ill of June. In conclusion, June is a good friend, and Alex is her great buddy. So why doesn't he talk to her? It all started days ago, when he stopped responding to her texts. At first June thought that Alex was busy, so she just left him a couple messages and left him alone. But then hours became days, and now she's a little worried. What happened? Why doesn't he respond? As time passes, annoyance starts to grow inside her. What's so important that he cannot answer her texts? Maybe he has new friends, fresh new people to spend time with, and forget his great and fundamental friend June. She feels anger and vexation make their way in her mood, but she tries to stay calm. Probably matters are more complicated than they seem, and when Alex comes back he will explain and they will laugh about all of this. In the meantime, no answer. June starts to ask herself questions. Was it something she did? Did she say something wrong? But no, it cannot be. It couldn't be like this. Even if she was right and it was her fault. It rarely happens, but still possible. Alex would still try to understand and solve the problem. Passive-aggressive silence and ghosting aren't his style. He's better than that. At least she's always thought that. All this time without hearing from her friend makes her rethink about their relationship. She finds herself needing him, more than she thought she did, and she wasn't ready to accept that. Maybe their friendship is more important to her than what she thinks, and maybe she didn't give it enough importance and weight. She thinks about all of her mistakes and all the things she could have done or said better, and she asks herself if she'll ever have another opportunity to fix everything. Silence and loneliness make her thoughtful, and countless nights are spent looking outside the window and sighing, waiting for a sign. Finally, tired of all of this, June decides to confront him in person. So she prepares herself and goes to his apartment. After taking a big breath, she knocks on his door and waits. When he opens his door, she is partly relieved, partly annoyed at the fact that he seems fine and serene, so nothing wrong should have happened. Anyway, she doesn't have time to point this out, because Alex is looking at her visibly bothered and fed up. What do you want? What? I think it was perfectly clear I didn't want to see you or talk to you, since I didn't answer any of your pathetic texts. At her surprised and hurt face, Alex stops and looks at her. He seems incapable of accepting that she doesn't understand what he's talking about. You forgot my birthday, June. At first she's just surprised, she cannot believe her ears. Then she gets incredibly mad. Are you for real now? All of this? Because I forgot your birthday? This was just the final straw, June. You are a terrible friend, really. You're always busy, you're mean, and you're never of any help. When I need to talk to you, you say that I'm boring and that I make you anxious. Then, when you finally listen to me, you always make me feel worse. You only talk about yourself, ignoring my problems, and you always judge me and my decisions. And you don't lose any opportunity to taunt me when I don't do as you say and things don't work out for me. You're so mean to me, and when I tell you that you only get mad at me saying that I don't appreciate your friendship, and you never take me seriously. You don't listen to me when I tell you that you're not being a good friend to me and ignore everything I say, so every argument is pointless because you never learn from your mistakes. The list is long, but I think that this is enough. I'm tired of this, June. Go home, and have a good life. And he slams the door, while June stares at it, still hearing his accusations echoing in her skull.